What's up, everybody? Back again here and with a little bit of a review for you because we've got Microsoft's brand new Surface Pro 6, which is now available pretty much anywhere you can buy a Surface Pro. And if you know the previous gen, the 5 or the 4, and a little bit even of the 3, you know what you're getting here. Microsoft isn't changing up the formula much, really, to be honest, at all. There's no USB Type-C, although they are dumping a quad-core processor into this thing, which is a welcomed addition. It really does help on the performance side. It starts with a Core i5 and i7. There is no M3 version anymore. And so if you're looking to get into this, you're going to start off with an i5, which I think is a fantastic idea because that is the fanless model. The sweet spot on this thing is a Core i5, 8 gigs of RAM with 256 gigs of storage for about $1,300, give or take. And you can probably find these things on sale at some point in the near future. But knowing that, if you've used a Surface Pro in the past, you know what it's good for. So much so that this isn't even in a Surface Pro 6. This is actually the Pro 5. This right here is actually the Pro 6. And one of the things you can tell right away is that it's coming in a brand new color, but it's not really brand new. Microsoft used this color on the first generation Surface devices. And so we're going to do a little bit of slow pan action here to show you some of the goodness of this color. But know this, it is fingerprint friendly, meaning that your fingerprints are going to show up. Now, it's not terrible, but it's not great. Keep a microfiber cloth nearby and it'll keep it looking its best. The worst part of the fingerprint issue is actually the Chrome logo on the back will just absorb your fingerprints and show them to everybody. But knowing that, Microsoft did a good job here. We don't quite know if this thing is like completely scratch resistant at this point. Verdict's still out on that until I toss it around the bag. I'm not quite brave enough to take a knife to it at this point. But all things considered, this is a pretty good upgrade. It's a very safe and cautious upgrade. No Type-C, which is, again, still disappointing. But if you've used the Surface Pro in the past, this is the same thing, except just in black. Now, the question becomes should you upgrade? If you have a Surface Pro 5, no way. It's not worth the upgrade unless you have a lot of cash just to burn. Surface Pro 4, you might want to start thinking about it. If you have a Surface Pro 3, definitely. This is definitely a worthy upgrade. To go from a 3 to a 6 will be a light year in performance and a whole host of other improvements. But if you have a 5, maybe not so much. 4, it's on the fence. That being said, this thing is a wonderful machine. Microsoft actually sent over the i7 16 gig version, so it's basically top of the line here. And it does have fans. Now, that being said, the fans, you don't hear them very often. I actually only heard the fans during thermal testing or basically trying to max the machine out using benchmark software. And so when it does spin up, you can absolutely hear them. It's not whisper quiet, but they're not annoying. Microsoft has done a good job of lowering that fan profile output noise. And so it's fine. Like I said, the i5 doesn't have fans, so don't worry too much on that side. And if you do grab the i7, you'll be very happy with the performance. The quad core in there just is, it's wonderful. And it will actually help make this device last a little bit longer too. If you had the previous gen, which was a dual core, you might start to see performance issues a little bit earlier than you would maybe like. But with a quad core in there, this thing is going to stand the test of time. And it looks good too. I mean, if you're rolling this out in your office or something like that, or just, you know, whatever out and about, I mean, you can see it here just reflecting. It's definitely a matte finish by all accounts. It's not, you can actually see the screen trying to rotate behind me there a little bit. It's a matte finish. It's not super glossy. And I think Microsoft did a good job here. Again, they're not trying to break any barriers down. They have a proven formula. They're sticking to that for this generation. I do expect next generation to be a pretty sizable update. But as I always say, if you need hardware now, buy it now. If you're waiting for next gen, you're always going to be waiting. And so this is a good purchase. I can humbly recommend this thing to anybody, as long as you know that lappability isn't perfect. But for on-the-go compute, using it on the back of a plane, just about anything that you can put down on a solid surface, you're going to be really happy with. And keep in mind, while it does not come with a type cover or pen, if you own a previous Gen Pro and you have any of those accessories, they will work with this generation of device. So you can save a little bit money there. Otherwise, you're going to be spending at least $100 on a type cover. And if you want the pen, you're going to be spending a little bit more too. And so there you go, guys. The Surface Pro 6 available now. You can grab it in a wide variety of price ranges, starting at, I believe, $899. It is a good device. Expect about 7 hours of battery life. Microsoft claims up to 14, but that's with only watching video. Don't expect to play a lot of games. I was able to play Fortnite a little bit. PUBG is not so good on this one. But overall, it's a good Surface Pro. And so knowing that, buy with confidence, and you should enjoy this thing, and it should last for quite a while. And that wraps it up, guys. Surface Pro 6 available now. Go out and grab one, and I think you'll be quite happy with it.